Greetings and welcome to the Digital Banker Newsroom. I'm your host, Mubashir Kazmi, Head of Research at the Digital Banker, and today we have with us Mr. JP Solomon, First Vice President, SME and Micropreneurs Segment Head. Mr. Solomon, it is a pleasure to have you on the newsroom.
I am JP Soliman. I am the SME and Micropreneurs Segment Head of Union Bank of the Philippines. I've been working with SMEs for almost 13 years now with Union Bank.
Firstly, many congratulations to you and the team on winning the Best Wholesale Transaction Bank for Digital Customer Experience in the Philippines and highly acclaimed Best Digital Customer Experience Account Opening and Customer Onboarding recognition under our Digital Customer Experience Awards 2022 program. Mr. Solomon, please tell us about UPay and the main drivers for its launch and what opportunities you're focusing on in the SME market.
UPay for MSME is a product that we've developed back in 2020. And the key driver for this is a critical pain point that we have observed from our own customers. Payment gateways, payment facilitation has always been there, especially with fintechs and various e-wallets. But the number one driver really is the turnaround time for customers to be able to receive the money into their settlement accounts. The current issue of our SMEs is that it takes 7 days, sometimes 14 days before payments could be settled to them. And that is critical because as you are operating a business, you'll always need liquid funds to buy your next supplies, to pay for your suppliers, to pay for your people. One other thing is that it's been noticeable that even with e-wallets and other payment providers, onboarding these SMEs would also take a lot of time. There's different types of KYCs being done, there's different types of documents that's being requested. So what we have done with UPay for MSMEs is first have a real digital and fast onboarding process. As soon as a customer has opened the bank account, it only takes them 5 minutes to activate the UPay for MSME function. Now, with this, they are able to get payment collections on a digital space. Either it be a payment link that they can send to their customers, integration to their e commerce site, QR codes for interbank transactions, Visa and MasterCard acceptance for credit cards and debit cards, not just locally, but even internationally. Because we're able to provide multiple payment channels, and as a bank, we're also able to settle their bank accounts almost in real time. That already takes away the 7 to 14 banking days that they have to wait for. It takes away the 3 to 5 business days that they have to apply or onboard to a payment gateway. It becomes very, very powerful for especially a startup or a small business who really needs to pivot during the pandemic to receive online and digital payments. Another key driver for this is because we are a bank and we are specializing on SME payments and even lending, we're able to capture and capitalize on data, payments data that is very, very important for alternative in the alternative world, alternative credit scoring world. So now we're able to also lend by virtue of the information that's being done in our back end. Imagine we have all the pieces together. We have the partnerships for payments, we have the back office or the robust back office for repertorial, and we have APIs and automation and robotic processes inside Union Bank that we can use to really streamline everything that an SME would ever need. And that would be the key drivers for why we have launched UPay for SME. What are the next opportunities really that we are looking forward into launching to the SMEs? We are trying to build an SME data ecosystem. Imagine a UPay for MSME, which is a payment gateway as a base, becomes now critical for things like supply chain financing. In the supply chain, payments is a very big mechanism there. Also, in terms of an open market for lending, payments is a very, very big source of data that could assist in risk rating and credit scoring of SMEs. Because of these things, we are now able to have better lending opportunities, have higher approval ratings for SMEs who would like to onboard and borrow funds from us. Once we have built that ecosystem, we can now go beyond the SME market. We can now really interact further to a third level, fourth level, fifth level supply chain. We can even go as far as retail customers. SMEs to their own customers. We can enable borrowing, we can enable financial inclusion, we can enable even beyond trade financing and all that, intercountry and all of these things. We are starting off with really building the data ecosystem so we can build more products, enhance services and customer experience for the SME and the whole retail market here in the Philippines.
Thank you once again for those terrific insights. We really appreciate your time today for sharing UBP's perspectives in the newsroom. To those watching, stay tuned for some great content coming your way through the Digital Banker newsroom.